Coming up tonight on Middle Tennessee News, a Murfreesboro mother is in custody tonight after a dog attack on her child, and a man has been killed in a tragic vehicular accident.
A hotel shooting leaves one woman dead, and an ATM robbery puts 2 men in jail. All those stories plus your local weather and sports. Middle Tennessee News starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Dylan Simmons.
And I'm Elise Sandlin. Welcome to Middle Tennessee News.
A Murfreesboro mother is now in custody. The mother, Candy Tittle, has been arrested after leaving her 4-year-old daughter outside unsupervised and viciously attacked by a pit bull. The 4-year-old was found by her mother only after screaming for help. According to police, instead of immediately calling 911, Tittle first called the dog's owner, who in turn contacted emergency authorities. The 4-year-old suffered catastrophic injuries, including severe damage to her right arm. Tittle is charged with aggravated child abuse, child neglect, and endangerment.
Metro Nashville police responded to a call near Gaylord Opperland Monday night, where a woman was shot and killed outside of a hotel. The victim was identified as 45-year-old Marisa Hennigar Castillo of Antioch, who was pulling up to the hotel when the suspect approached. Authorities have identified the suspect as Delano Lamar Allen, who apparently knew Castillo and shot her after an altercation occurred between the two of them. Allen sped away in the victim's car and left the body at the site. An arrest warrant is currently out for Allen, charging him with murder.
A man is dead following a Wednesday morning crash. 44-year-old Jeremiah Bradshaw was driving along Massman Drive near the B&A International Airport early Wednesday morning when he attempted to pass a shuttle bus. Video from the bus showed Bradshaw attempting to go around a sharp curve in the southbound lane, where he lost control and hit a tree. Following the crash, Bradshaw was rushed to Vanderbilt Emergency, where he later died. Police reported within a media release that the cause of the crash is attributed to Bradshaw's high speed and failure to stay within a single lane.
One person is dead after a fatal train accident in a busy Smyrna community. Monday morning, a gray SUV was waiting to turn at the railroad cross-section of Front Street and Washington Street in the Depot District of Smyrna when the railroad arms dropped and trapped the vehicle inside. Despite the effort of the train conductor to use the emergency brakes, the train still crashed into the driver's side of the SUV, killing the driver upon impact. The crash left the intersection closed until early Tuesday morning. Police say the cause of the crash is still under investigation.
A recent robbery has resulted in 2 men being arrested. Ryan Smith and Desmond Johnson are 2 of the 3 men who robbed an ATM outside of a Murfreesboro bank on Tuesday. The incident occurred around 11:30 a.m. while a repairman was actively working on the machine. The individuals were seen unloading a bag from the back of a black Ford Explorer at the Verizon store. The vehicle used was identified as a rental vehicle. A third suspect caught a flight to Texas, and a warrant for his arrest has been issued. The robbery is still under investigation. Bedford County residents were shocked to find a large black bear dead on the side of the road of Highway 231. Tad Craig, a Bedford County resident, said he woke up Saturday morning to a massive black bear dead in his front lawn. Craig said the bear was probably 450 pounds, which is a largely uncommon size, especially in Bedford County. The Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency believes that bear breeding isn't growing in Tennessee, but the climate is pushing wildlife into strange new territory. The TWRA says the bear is now with a taxidermist, and they plan to put it on display for educational purposes.
The Veterans Day Parade drew a significant crowd, offering military veterans a platform to share their stories by the sale of unique apparel, which is designed to commemorate their service.
The people of Murfreesboro came together on November 4th, honoring those who fought for America in a heartfelt community celebration for Veterans Day. Arnett Gill, one of the concessionaires for the VA, sought to express appreciation by crafting specialized apparel for the veterans.
My company is Design Apparel, and I'm one of the concessionaires for the VA. I'm an extension of what the retail store does. We provide apparel, both not only caps, but also t-shirts and other military paraphernalia to the veterans that come to the VA. We're excited about what they did, what their history is. Whenever we have an opportunity to talk to them, we want to listen and let them expound and share what their history was.
During the Veterans Day Parade, many people got the opportunity to thank others and to share their stories, creating a warm and uplifting environment. Veterans received recognition in addition to a platform to share their stories.
Actually was in Germany, a small town called Münster by Dieburg. My second duty station was actually Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and then Korea, and then Fort Huachuca, Arizona.
Thanks, Chloe. It's great to hear about the veterans and to honor those who served.
And now Alexandra Aguilar joins us with our first look at the weather. Alex, we've had some great weather this past week. Has today been more of the same?
Thanks, Dylan. Yes, we will continue to have glorious weather for most of the week. Murfreesboro and Woodbury have a high of 70 degrees. Smithville is coming in 1 degree lower with a high of 69 degrees. Shelbyville and Mount Juliet's high is 67. Manchester has a high of 50 degrees and McMinnville's high is at 53 degrees. The humidities in all these towns are in the mid to low 20s. Dylan, back to you.
Thanks, Alex. And still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, the Gettysburg Address is being brought to life in a local theater. And have you heard about the burgeoning pickleball scene here in Murfreesboro? That's coming up next on Middle Tennessee News.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News. Murfreesboro Little Theater and Oakland Mansion brought back a blast from the past of American history. MTN reporter Craig Neff brings us an inside look on the performance.
At Oakland Mansion, there is more that meets the eye than one may think. In addition to the already old-timey feeling you get when pulling up the long scenic driveway, there is more history that can be discovered in the dimly lit Murfreesboro Little Theater next door, and from an unlikely source, the 16th President of the United States.
As a matter of course, it shocked everyone terribly, and a great silence reigned. But that audacious gentleman, He was entirely
Jacob Truax has been performing for years, portraying many iconic roles and characters. President Lincoln is one of his newer and more challenging endeavors, but one he has enjoyed mastering.
I started acting when I was in high school. I was in South Pacific and The Foreigner, my last year of school, my senior year, and I've been doing plays ever since then.
The performance that consisted of old stories, anecdotes, and jokes from Lincoln's past attracted a sellout crowd for the theater, which the president of the theater explained sees various kinds of events hosted on its grounds year-round.
We do shows for people of all ages. A lot of times at Oakland's Mansion, we do shows that are catered to their mission, which is local history and Tennessee history and just history in general.
The event concluded with Truax reciting the Gettysburg Address, which is approaching its 160th anniversary. As he finished his iconic speech, Lincoln was met with a thunderous applause as he put on his hat and exited the room. The experiences at the theater have left audiences, staff, and actors with moments they will never forget.
That we provide to arts in the area about not only ensuring that we tell stories for everybody, but we make sure that everybody can come and hear those stories.
And why Lincoln? What does he have to offer to a person of these days? It's hope. Hope that someone who's genuinely good can get elected into office, and hope that there could be change for the world because of that.
This is Craig Neff from Oakland Mansion, Middle Tennessee News.
Thanks, Craig. What a great opportunity for the community to freshen up on their country's history.
Nashville's Championship Barbershop Chorus has a Christmas concert coming up. MTN reporter Drake Pugh met with them in Nashville.
The Music City Chorus is Nashville's world-renowned barbershop chorus. Every Tuesday night from 7 to 10, these guys get together and sing. In July of 2022, they were named the International Champions of the Barbershop Harmony Society. Chorus director Dusty Schleier remembers how it was when they won.
It was crazy. You know, we had absolutely no expectations of winning that contest. I'm certainly glad that we did. But we were going in and hoping to just get back in the medals. So the Music City Chorus had been a medalist chorus in 2015, then again in 2018, and then in 2019 we just fell just outside of the medals by about just a very small margin. So then our next contest back, we were just excited to get back into the medals, which was the top 5 places at International, and we won the whole thing, and it was incredible. It was a surprise.
I would know. I was one of the lucky guys on stage that day. They got to take home a shiny gold medal. Dusty explains what it's like directing the chorus.
I've been director of the Music City Chorus since 2012, and it's been a blast. We've had all kinds of amazing performances and rehearsals and good times, but it's been incredible.
Assistant Director Rick Spencer also explains what it's like working with the chorus.
I'm Associate Director, so I get to spend a lot of time planning rehearsals, looking at repertoire, coaching the chorus, conducting the chorus.
Since it's a barbershop quartetting society, this chorus has many quartets within it. They even threw me in one for old time's sake. On December 16th, they've got a big Christmas show coming up.
We're going to be at Ingram Hall on the Vanderbilt campus, 2 shows, 2 o'clock and 7 p.m. on December 16th. And we are bringing in one of the world champion barbershop quartets called Instant Classic. They're from Indianapolis. They won the gold medal several years ago, and they're going to be our feature quartet on the show.
First of all, I think it's going to be the best singing that our chorus has ever done, including winning International. I think we've progressed a bit as a chorus musically and artistically since that time. I love our repertoire in this show. We're doing a bunch of brand new music. So our audiences that came last year to our show at the Ryman's going to hear a whole new Christmas show. A lot of brand new arrangements. And what's particularly cool is arrangements by guys that are in our chorus for us. There's a lot of music, a lot of great entertainment. We have a surprise announcement coming of a MC, a master of ceremonies for the show that should be announced, we're hoping in the next week or so, but it'll be somebody you know.
Drake Pugh, Middle Tennessee News in Nashville, Tennessee.
Thanks, Drake. Tickets for the show are now on sale at musiccitychorus.org.
Here's Robert Driver talking about a rising sport taking over Murfreesboro and surrounding communities.
Here in Murfreesboro, we all know the popularity of sports such as football, basketball, or soccer. However, you would be surprised that a new sport is becoming very popular. You would think the sport would be related to tennis, but people who play it call it pickleball. Pickleball was originated just outside of Seattle by three dads named Joel Pritchard, Bill Bell, and Barney McCullum in 1965. As the popularity of pickleball grew, in 1976, located in Tequila, Washington, where the first pickleball tournament took place at the South Center Athletic Club. The tournament was won by David Lester, and Steve Perino placed second in men's singles competition. The United States Pickleball Association was created to protect the growth and investment of the sport on a national level. Here is Scott talking about what pickleball means to him.
The good thing about it is it's a four-man sport. You can play singles, but for us older guys, it helps because we don't have to move around quite as much. It's still quite a physical game, but it helps us in that aspect.
In March 1984, the first rule book was published. In 1990, pickleball was being played in all 50 states and continues to gain momentum today. In 2001, pickleball was introduced to the state of Arizona with the Arizona Senior Olympics by Earl Hill. The tournament was held at the Happy Trails RV Resort in Surprise, Arizona. Here is Mike on what pickleball has done for his community center at McFadden Park. This month, the Pickleball National Championship was played in Dallas, Texas at the Brookhaven Country Club. Anna Lee Waters won the Women's National Championship, while J.W. Johnson won the Men's Championship.
Thanks, Robert. We're excited to see more pickleball in the area.
And now Alex is back with tonight's forecast. Now, recently we've had some phenomenal November nights. Are we on for an encore tonight?
Thanks, Dylan. Actually, we are in for a chilly night. For our lows today, Murfreesboro has a low of 47 degrees. Shelbyville has a low of 49 degrees. Manchester has a low of 40 degrees. Mount Juliet and McMinnville both have a low of 49 degrees. Woodbury's low is coming in 1 degree lower at 48, and Smithville's low is coming in at 46 degrees. Guys, back to you.
That's a bit too low. Thanks, Alex. When we get back from break, Alex will be back with our full 5-day forecast, and Jay Standridge will be in the MTN Sports Den with a Thanksgiving week preview and what the week holds for sports. We'll be right back on Middle Tennessee News.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Alex is here with our full 5-day forecast.
Thanks, Dylan. We can expect the weather to be mostly nice for the days leading up to Thanksgiving. Today our high is 71 degrees with a low of 49 degrees and partly cloudy skies. For Thursday our highs will be in 75 degrees with a low of 57 degrees and mostly sunny skies. As for Friday our high will be 68 and our low will be 45 with partly cloudy skies. Saturday will not be much different with a high of 56 and a low of 32 with partly cloudy skies as well. And for wrapping up our week, on Sunday we will have a high of 63 degrees and a low of 45 with a 62% chance of rain. So be sure to pack you an umbrella. Dylan, back to you.
Thanks, Alex. When we come back, Jay Standish will give us the latest on MTSU sports. We'll be right back on Middle Tennessee News.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the MTN Sports Den. Men's basketball faced off against Western Carolina, and it was an extremely close game all the way to the finish. The Blue Raiders fell short to drop their first game of the season and only their third game at home in the past 3 seasons. MTSU had a poor shooting night from three-point range and the free throw line, shooting only 50% from the stripe. This kept putting the men down and forced them to dig out of the hole. A late foul drawn by Vontarius Woolbright was too much as the guard knocked down 2 free throws to take the lead in the closing seconds. MTSU looks to bounce back against Milligan this Saturday at 5 p.m. MTSU football is coming off a dominant win versus the FIU Panthers and look to continue moving in this direction this Saturday versus the UTEP Miners. UTEP has the same record with the Blue Raiders at 3-7 and the same conference record, so this senior day game has a lot of implications on the final standings in the CUSA. UTEP prides themselves on their split backfield between Deion Hankins and Torrance Burgess Jr. and look to find their success on the ground. However, the Blue Raiders are coming off their game holding the Panthers to 47 total rushing yards. Watch out for this MTSU offense to come out blazing like they did last week and score a whole bunch of points. UTEP averages less than 20 points per game and lets the other team score on average 30, so catch this game this Saturday at 1 p.m. The CUSA tournament for women's volleyball starts on Friday at 6 p.m. for the Blue Raiders, and they host by Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia. They finish as a 3 seed and will take on the FIU Panthers in round 1. These teams split the series earlier with each game coming down to the 5th set. MTSU lost the regular season finale against the 1 seed WKU Hilltoppers and looked to bounce back in the tournament. Middle's coming off a 20-8 regular season and a record of 11-5 in CUSA play. If the Raiders win, they'll face the winner of New Mexico State and Louisiana Tech. Middle Tennessee is looking for their first conference championship since joining the CUSA. The live broadcast coverage can be found on ESPN+. The Lady Raiders are getting their tan on in the Bahamas, but have a tough opponents coming up in this week again in the Battle for Atlantis tournament. They start with the Lady Wolverines of Michigan on Saturday at 4. The Wolverines are 2-0 on the season and look to get back to the NCAA tournament where they got put out by the eventual national champions LSU Tigers. The Lady Raiders, however, still have the starting 5 averaging north of 30 minutes per game, and they don't get a lot of rest. They're led by Savannah Wheeler and Jalen Gregory, who are both averaging more than 16 points per game. Wheeler was recently recognized as CUSA Player of the Week and currently leads CUSA with an average of 18 points per game. Next, the Raiders will play either DePaul or South Dakota, depending on the outcomes of each game. That's all I have for you today. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Jace. And wrapping up our show tonight, Thanksgiving is fast approaching, and we want to give our Thanksgiving spotlight. Thanksgiving 2023 will be held on November 23rd and is expected to result in approximately 55.4 million Americans traveling in some capacity.
Prices of turkey are expected to be down this year as well. You can also catch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and 3 NFL games in between various Thanksgiving feasts. Thank you for joining us on Middle Tennessee News. If you missed this or any show, you can watch them on our website, middletennesseenews.net.
Make sure to follow us on all of our social media sites. We'll see you in 2024 for our next show. Thank you for watching Middle Tennessee News.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S.
And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen.